The ESRB has rated Planet Zoo E10 Plus for crude humor, mild blood, and mild violence. It has been approved for everyone aged 10 and over. Hey there, folks. Welcome back to the zoo. My name's Jack. Most of you already know that, but, just in case you don't, my name's Jack. And let's get this thing started. What I'm going to be doing in this episode is putting in a habitat, a really big habitat right here, for the southern white rhinoceros. And if I have room left over, I may add a couple of giraffes to it. But mostly it's going to be the rhinoceri. That's the correct, plural for rhino. It's not rhinoceroses, it's rhinoceri. Because, Greek. What can you do? Adapt to habitats. We see. Okie doke. So let's get this bucket moving, Race, and we'll put in a home for our rhinoceroses. Yes, I did that on purpose. Alrighty, let's get this going. Oh, for crying out loud, really? Okay, so it's ever so slightly out of line. So like the panther habitat, I'm going to have to adjust the walls as I'm adding them. Almost there. Stay on target. I swear, I'm such a geek. I said almost there, and my brain immediately went to the trench run in Star Wars. Fun little piece of trivia about Star Wars. The actor who who played Red Leader, I don't remember his name, but he's most notable for having this rather obvious Texas accent. Except he doesn't have a Texas accent. The actor himself is from Britain. And, well, when they were filming Star Wars, they asked him, "Can you do an American accent?" And he actually said, "Well, I can do a Texas accent." And they were like, "Great. Could you do it for for this character, please?" He was supposed to play the leader of the fighter wing that Luke joins at the end of Star Wars. And he was like, "Yeah, I guess. I mean, sure, if that's what you guys want, no problem." Well, the reason they did that was because every bad guy on screen up until that point was British and had a British accent. The only one who didn't was Darth Vader. But everybody else, Moff Tarkin, all the commanders, all the governors, all the Imperial people, they have British accents. So George Lucas was like, no, we need to have somebody who doesn't have a British accent doing this. So they asked him for the Texas accent. That's why if you pay careful attention, you notice that all of the bad guys have British accents and all the good guys have American accents. That's why. Now the real reason, of course, is because they filmed a great deal of Star Wars at Pinewood Studios in London. And thus, the people that they ended up hiring to play all those roles were British actors. Yes, I'm a geek. Oh my god, am I a geek. Okay, let's adjust it so it's all inside. This is going to be the rhinoceros's living space here. Let's see. Breed exhibit species. Very cool. That's $2,000. Nice. Free money is always a good thing. A lot of the Goliath beetles are having babies. That's a good thing given how easily they die. I know this is slow and boring, but it'll look better for it. I'm sticking to my guns about the no speed build thing. One of you guys actually said something about that. Well, I got 11,644 conservation credits. There we go. Let's get back to the long and tedious task of laying down a rhinoceros fence. The fence itself is not going to be the sole way we're going to keep the rhinos in the habitat. Because what I plan on doing once I finally get this big ass fence installed, and yes, I am admitting that laying down this many fence pieces is tedious. The next thing I plan on doing is going in and lowering the terrain some, so that, you know, I mean, it says, well, the rhinos need a 6-foot tall fence. I'm like, yeah, but if you drop the terrain level by 3 feet, you only need a 3-foot tall fence. Makes sense, right? Now, I do have another plan for later on. Might be the next habitat. I haven't decided what it's going to be yet, but I think it's going to be out here somewhere. Sooner or later, I've got to decide to do other animals from other continents, because I've been doing a lot of African animals. You know, South America maybe, North America. You know, I'll figure it out. Hey, we're past the halfway mark. This is exciting, right? Actually, guys, if you get sick and tired of me laying down all this fence in real time, you want me to start using, you want me to speed it up for the fence laying parts, let me know. You know, I'm not trying to torture you like this. Now that's interesting. For them to go this way, I presume they came down to use this bathroom here, but for them to come this way means that this is the shortest route to get to like the penguins and such. Turn on my build light. We're in the straightaway, guys. Yeah, only a couple more left. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Alrighty, let's get some barriers in. Yep. Almost there. Okay, let's get this thing set up. My family's up and around. You can probably hear them moving around in the background. Something that I think's wonderful about rhinoceri is that zookeepers have found out that rhinos, once they get to know the humans, once they're used to the humans, act like big puppy dogs. They're friendly, they're playful, they like scritches, they like being petted. I mean, don't get me wrong, they can still kill you dead if you surprise them and they, they have a fright reaction. These are 4,000-pound tanks. They can definitely kill you dead if you're not careful. But it turns out that they are friendly if you let them be friendly. They like playing, they like running around, they like getting scritches, they like, cuddling. And like I said, I think that's just cool. There we go, a little mud pit. And we will give them whoop. We got winter right here in River City with a capital. No, that doesn't rhyme. Winter with a capital P, which rhymes with T, which stands. No, it's cap. We got trouble right here in River City with a capital T that rhymes with P that stands for pool. Me and my I have been classically trained in music, if by music you mean music calls, and classically trained you mean I was really well familiarized with them by my mother, who taught me great appreciation for musicals. Wow. No more Nile in the Nile habitat. Okay. Dum-de-dum. Okay, good, good, good. Yeah, everything looks good. Okay. As the sun rises, Okay. Yeah, this is coming along nicely. Excuse me. Now, I don't think I know I mentioned putting in giraffes. I don't think I'm going to do giraffes just because I would need to expand on the habitat a little. And I don't want to do that. I might find something else to, put in there with them. Zebras maybe, or one of the antelopes. It would work. But, not giraffes, unfortunately. I'd have to completely rework this bedding area here. There we go. Look at this magnificent puppy dog. All right, I think that's going pretty well. Let me check on something. Huh. Okay, don't have any of those. Do I have any? I have one. I have a juvenile springbok. You know what? Yeah, sure. She's so tiny. Okay, let's add, since I decided to add springbok to this habitat, let's see what kind of toys they require. A grab ball. Grab balls are so much fun to watch them play with. Grass feeder ball. A hanging feeder, okay. Okay. Here we have our adults, and we do have the one baby. Adopt exhibit species 4-4. Okay, very good. I'm going to rename him. What am I going to rename? I'm going to rename him Benny. And she's going to be Fiona. And this is going to be little Zeke. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, we got the interior of the habitat done. We got the exterior of the habitat done. I think the only thing I need to do is this. As soon as I can find it. Okay, one last thing. Yeah, that's about right. That's about exactly what I wanted. And okay.
Whoa! Oh. Oh.
Panorama most fadus. Mubu swaya. Kafordis. Unido. Cleanza. Kato jorna.
All right. There we go. You guys let me know what you think of the rhino habitat in the comments below. And I will see you in the very next video. Bye-bye, guys.
You could be a part of it. There's a revolution, you could be the start of it. Better get a move on while there's still a chance of it. If there's no improvement, this could be the last of it. Nature was a haven, now we need saving. No more conversation, time for cultivation. We all got a part to do to help the world pull through. But you gotta build a zoo. This is the law of the jungle, as old and as true as the sky. The forest protected shall prosper, the forest neglected shall die. You've an aptitude to change attitudes, cause we have to prove it's that planet to grab your shovel. Let's work to do, the world's in trouble. You gotta build a zoo.